Incidents of the ASHABUL FEEL. Only 55 days before the birth of the Holy Nabi, Sallallahu Ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, Abraha, the king of Yemen, attacked Makkah with an army of elephants in order to demolish the Holy Kaaba. In fact, Abraha had got a splendid church built in Sana'a, the capital of Yemen. He wanted the Arabs to come to Yemen and perform the Hajj of the church instead of the Holy Kaaba. When the people of Makkah became aware of it, a person from the tribe of Kinana became extremely angry. He went to Yemen and defecated in the church, making it soiled. When Abraha heard about it, he lost his temper and attacked Makkah along with an army of elephants in order to demolish the Holy Kaaba. His frontline troops captured all the camels and cattle of the people of Makkah, including 200 or 400 camels of Abdul Muttalib. Deeply saddened by it, Abdul Muttalib went to the troops of Abraha in order to discuss this matter. When Abraha became aware that the chief of the Quraysh had come to meet him, he called Abdul Muttalib to his tent. Seeing a tall, dignified, and extremely handsome person with the nur of Nubuwah shining from his forehead, Abraha became overawed. Involuntarily getting up from his royal throne in respect, Abraha had Abdul Muttalib sit next to him and said, "O the chief of the Quraysh, why have you come here?" Abdul Muttalib replied, "Your troops have captured our camels and goats, etc. We want to get them back." Listening to it, Abraha said, "O the chief of the Quraysh, I assumed you are a brave and great individual, but you have lost your prestige in my eyes by asking me to give back your camels. What is the worth of camels and goats compared to your Kaaba, which I have come to demolish? You have not even mentioned it." Abdul Muttalib replied, "I am the owner of my camels. The Kaaba is not my house. It is the house of the Almighty who will himself protect it. I am not concerned at all about the Kaaba." Listening to it, Abraha said in an aggressive and threatening tone, "O the chief of Makkah, listen. I will knock it down, wiping it off the face of the earth. The people of Makkah have desecrated my church. I will certainly demolish the Kaaba to take revenge." Abdul Muttalib said, "It is a matter between you and the Almighty. Who am I to intercede with you?" After the conversation ended, Abraha ordered that all animals be given back. Thus Abdul Muttalib returned to his home along with all the camels and goats. He then advised the people of Makkah to go out of Makkah with their belongings and cattle and climb the peaks of mountains or take refuge in valleys. Taking some of his family members with him, he then went to the Holy Kaaba and prayed extremely beseechingly and tearfully in the divine court, holding the door of the Kaaba. "O Allah Azza wa Jal, indeed everyone protects his house. Therefore, you also protect your house and help your obedient bondmen who are being threatened to be attacked by the people of the cross." Finishing his prayer, Abdul Muttalib, along with his family members, climbed the mountain peak in order to see the manifestation of the divine power. At daybreak, Abraha, along with his troops and elephants, moved towards the Holy Kaaba in order to demolish it. As he reached the place Muhammas, the elephant Mahmud, on which Abraha was riding, suddenly sat down. Although every possible effort was made to make it get up, it did not. All of a sudden, the signs of divine wrath appeared in the form of birds. Flocks of small birds, each of which had 3 pebbles in their beaks and claws, flew towards the haram of the Kaaba from the sea. These large flocks of birds stoned the army of Abraha so fiercely that his troops and elephants became totally powerless. Whenever any pebble fell on the head of any elephant rider, it would rip into him as well as the elephant. This stoning from birds was a severe divine punishment. None of the soldiers of the army of Abraha remained alive. All of them, including Abraha and the elephants, were killed and doomed in such a way that their bodies were torn into pieces, lying on the ground. Mentioning this incident, Allah Azza wa Jal has said in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Feel, "O beloved, did you not see how your Lord dealt with the people of the elephant? Did he not put their trick into devastation and sent swarms of birds over them, striking them with stones of baked clay? So he made them like the leftover consumed leaves of harvest?" Part 30, Surah Al-Feel, Ayah 1-5. After Abraha and his troops met their doom, Abdul Muttalib came down from the mountain and thanked Allah Azza wa Jal. This karama, miracle, of Abdul Muttalib became very famous. All Arabs began to consider him as an honorable and pious saint.